Hey, it's Jeff Chiani with NAEA and Branded Agent University. I'm recording this quick video today to give you a really good example on how you can create different paths for users inside your Branded Agent Learning portal. So the example I'm going to go over today is a real world example. We have a team that's going to be using this specific strategy. And so I'm going to lay out for you what that looks like, the context, and then I'm going to do a shared screen and show you what it looks like in action. So the team that I'm speaking about is going to be inviting just about everybody to create an account inside of their university. That means buyer's agents, listing agents, buyers and sellers of properties, investors, administrative assistants they might have, operations people, all of those people are going to be invited to create an account inside of their university. And each is going to be told through a video, so there'll be a welcome video that sets the expectation, and each is going to be told to wait to receive a code that will unlock the resources specific to them and what they need to be successful in their role, right? So let's say that a buyer's agent joins the team. They may go through the onboarding, which we have built out inside of their university, and then they might see a welcome video that says, wait for your code. That person might receive a code, buyer's agent, for instance, that would unlock all the training and all the resources that they need to be successful in that role. Now, listing agent might join the team, and they would go through the onboarding as well that we have built out in the university, and then they would receive a code, for instance, listing agent, that would unlock all the resources and all the training that they need to be successful in that role. Maybe that listing agent code actually unlocks the buyer and the seller training. So we can customize it any way that you want. But in this case, that's what it's going to look like for agents that join their team. And then buyers and sellers, they'll have content that helps them understand the process. And those people will be given a specific code, whether they're buying a property or selling a property, to unlock those resources. Imagine investors, when you have training and stuff like that to educate them on that process, forms that they need to access, all those kind of things, checklists, videos that you might create on your own. They're going to be given a code to put in that unlocks that specific content. So it allows you to deliver what's relevant to the person based on their role and keep the other stuff out of their view. So let me do a shared screen, and I'm going to show you an example of what that's really going to look like in action for this client, okay? So what you see on my screen right here is our Trello board. This is how we manage the work scope for clients when they first come on board. The client I'm going to be walking through this example with today is Freedom Builders Global Alliance. This is actually a client where we did everything from scratch. So we created this logo and everything related to the brand for them. So that's something that we can do, which is a big benefit, if you don't have anybody to do that for you, or you don't think it's the best use of your time. But what we're talking about again today is how they're going to use their codes to unlock specific resources and training related to the role that that person might play, whether it's a buyer's agent, a listing agent, a buyer of a property, a seller of a property, an investor, an administrative assistant. Really, anybody who plays a role in your business, you could create a pathway for and curate content, resources, training, documents, whatever that person might need. You can curate that stuff inside of your university and provide them a pathway to access it without cluttering up their view with stuff that they don't need to see, right? So again, let me show you an example of what that's going to look like in real world practice. So I'm going to create an account here at Freedom Builders Global Alliance University, just like a brand new user would. They would get, the user, me in this case, would get an email with my username and password for my records. We set up notifications and campaigns also that notify anybody who's an administrator. So somebody on Freedom Builders team would get a notification saying that somebody just signed up for their university. And as a brand new user, what they're going to have happen, and you'll see here in a second, is there's not going to be a lot available right out of the gate. The only thing that's available for me is start here. And in some cases, we haven't yet determined if that's going to be available for everybody. This is the onboarding. So let's say that I wanted to join Freedom Builders Global Alliance. They would tell me to create an account. When I see start here, after I log in, just follow the steps, and I can go ahead and apply and get onboarded. Now, if I was buying a property or selling a property, obviously I wouldn't need to see that. So what we might end up doing is have nothing available when somebody signs up, and they'll be given a code at that point to either unlock the onboarding, followed by a code to unlock all the additional resources they might need. That way, if it's a buyer or a seller, there's nothing here, and they're given a code to unlock any kind of training, resources that we might have related to buying or selling a property, managing that process, everything you need to know to get ready, all the documents that you might need all in one place, those kind of things, right? So you can see where we might want to take this onboarding out from what we call the default training deck and just have nothing available, all dependent on a code. So let's walk through the scenario where I'm a buyer's agent. I just joined Freedom Builders Global Alliance. I've gone through the onboarding inside the university. I've earned my onboarding success certificate. And then I receive an email with a video that says, congratulations on creating an account. Congratulations on completing the onboarding and earning your certificate. Wait to receive a code to unlock the specific training for you to take the next step. All right, so let's say that we recorded that video. It's an evergreen piece of content that we can plug into the campaign based on the role, in this case, a buyer's agent. So that video can be specifically delivered to a buyer's agent who's joined the team. That same video really could also be delivered to a listing agent, any agents that join the team. Really, that would be an evergreen video that would tell them, again, to wait to receive a code to unlock the specific training that they're going to need to take the next step. So what I would do is, as an administrator, I would know what role that person is playing. I'd send that person a code. Let's say in this case I sent them, since it's a buyer's agent, let's say that I sent them the code GG buyer's agent. I just happen to know that that's the code that's set up here. And I hit join group. You'll see it says I've successfully joined the group GG buyer's agent. And this additional training pops up on my dashboard. So I have the Fast Start training available for EXP. This is all customizable, right? So we can have anything happen that you might imagine. But in this case, we have the foundation, which is really the training on the foundation behind NAEA and the philosophy of being an expert advisor. Everything that we've kind of built our coaching business model on that we know works. Also, we have this module for fun and strategic agent attraction. We have all this buyer agent training, buyer agent bootcamp, buyer lead conversion, live buyer calls, what you need to know to get buyers to work with you. We have the coaching locker room that's available, which are all the resources that we use at NAEA when coaching with clients one-on-one. So imagine if you're playing the role of a mentor, being able to deliver this value and work with them in completing some of these exercises, is a big advantage on your part and allows you to help them achieve what they want. You've got CHBA calls. So those are actually recorded buyer calls that me as a new buyer's agent would be able to listen to understand what real conversations sound like. So this is all the stuff that unlocks when I put in GG Buyer's Agent. So this is all the stuff that becomes available when I put in GG Buyer's Agent. Now, if I would have put in GG Listing Agent, other stuff would have become available. If I'm a buyer's agent that then transitions in maybe to working with more sellers and I want to unlock the other courses that are related to working with sellers, I would just put in the other code and it would add that training. It wouldn't take away any of the buyer training. It would just add that training in addition. So you can see now I've entered the GG listing agent group and there'll be some things available that weren't before. So now I have CHSA seller calls that are available. I also have I don't think we've actually finished building out the training for this code, so I jumped ahead of the gun there. But this would also unlock the certified home selling training and all the other, listing-related training. They're going to create training and content for investors. They're going to create standard operating procedure videos and stuff for administrative assistants, and each one of those people will have a different code that they would put in, and that would unlock the content necessary for those people. So you can see how this would be really useful and allow you to leverage your university with anybody, no matter what role they play. So again, to summarize, what we can do is when somebody signs up as a new user, we can customize what they see. That might be nothing. And then we can unlock things based on what they need access to by using custom codes. And we can customize every step of it to whatever your situation might require or how you're going to use it. I thought it was a really good example of leveraging the university in a way that most people probably aren't thinking of, and I'm excited to see, what it looks like and how they start to use it once we get it completed. So if you want to talk about how we can create this for you, you can click the link you probably see where you're watching this video, grab a spot on my calendar, or go to brandedagentuniversity.com and do the same, and we can jump on a strategy call to talk about what it would look like.